What if one simple food sitting in your kitchen could quietly protect your heart, improve your blood flow, and even bring back intimacy you thought was fading? Today, I'm going to reveal the surprising power of eggs after 60. You will learn how eggs can naturally support your circulation, protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and even help restore confidence and connection in your intimate life. As a urologist, I've seen countless patients in their 60s and 70s who thought their best years were behind them. But small changes like this can create powerful results. And what you'll hear in the first section may surprise you the most. It's the part many doctors completely overlook. Make sure you watch all the way to the end, because missing that could mean missing the real key to improving both circulation and intimacy. Also, I would love to know where you're watching from. Put your city or country in the comments. It's always inspiring to see how many people around the world are taking charge of their health at any age. And if you find this information helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to Glowing Age. This allows me to keep bringing you real, trustworthy lessons you can use right away. Now let's get started. The hidden power of eggs after 60. What if I told you that one of the most powerful tools to support your circulation, heart health, and even intimacy is sitting right inside your refrigerator? And it's not some expensive supplement or exotic superfood. It's simply the egg. As a urologist, I see many patients over 60 who are struggling with fatigue, poor circulation, memory lapses, and yes, challenges in their intimate relationships. And often they're unaware that nutrition plays a central role in all of this. Eggs are one of the most underrated allies in the fight against aging-related decline. Let's talk science for a moment. Each egg is a compact nutritional powerhouse. It's loaded with high-quality protein, essential amino acids, and healthy fats that your body needs to maintain muscle, balance hormones, and repair tissues. But that's just scratching the surface. Inside every egg yolk is a nutrient called choline. Choline is critical for brain health, memory, and nerve function. As we age, our choline levels often drop, contributing to brain fog, forgetfulness, and even mood changes. But by incorporating eggs into your diet, you're replenishing this vital nutrient, helping to keep your brain sharp and focused. Choline also supports the production of acetylcholine, a key neurotransmitter involved in muscle control, memory, and yes, sexual arousal. Many of my patients are surprised when they learn that something as simple as an egg can play a role in supporting intimacy, just by supporting the nervous system's ability to communicate effectively. But it doesn't stop there. Eggs are rich in vitamins like B12 and vitamin D, both of which become more important as we age. Vitamin B12 helps maintain healthy nerve cells and supports energy production, which many seniors feel slipping away. And vitamin D is essential not just for bone health, but also for immune function and mood stability. Now let's address circulation, because this is where things get very interesting. Eggs contain an amino acid called arginine. Arginine is a precursor to nitric oxide, a natural compound your body produces to relax and widen blood vessels. This process is known as vasodilation, and it's absolutely crucial for healthy blood flow. Without adequate circulation, the body struggles to deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues, including vital organs and, yes, to intimate areas. I've seen countless patients over 60 who experience improvements in stamina, energy, and even bedroom confidence simply by making small but meaningful changes to their diet, including the addition of eggs. You might have heard concerns about cholesterol, but multiple studies over the past decade have shown that for most people, moderate egg consumption does not increase the risk of heart disease. In fact, eggs can raise HDL, the so-called good cholesterol, which helps protect your arteries from plaque buildup. The real culprits behind heart disease are often processed foods, refined sugars, and chronic inflammation, not eggs. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed over 400,000 participants and found no significant association between egg consumption and cardiovascular disease. In fact, for older adults, the high-density nutrients in eggs may offer protective benefits when consumed as part of a balanced diet. When I sit with my patients, I remind them, aging doesn't mean surrendering your vitality. It means being strategic. Something as ordinary as an egg can quietly support your body's most important systems, helping you stay sharp, strong, and connected to the people and moments you love. How eggs improve circulation naturally. Imagine your arteries like garden hoses. Over time, those hoses can stiffen, narrow, and struggle to deliver water where it's needed. That's exactly what happens to our blood vessels as we age, contributing to fatigue, cold hands and feet, and even challenges with intimacy. But certain nutrients can help keep those blood vessels flexible and efficient. Eggs quietly provide several of those nutrients. One of the most important is arginine. Arginine is an amino acid found in eggs that supports your body's production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a gas molecule that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen, a process called vasodilation. This improved blood flow allows oxygen and nutrients to travel more freely throughout your body, reaching your brain, muscles, and yes, even areas involved in intimacy. Several clinical studies have shown that improving nitric oxide production can enhance not only circulation, but also support erectile function in men and arousal in women. That's because adequate blood flow is absolutely essential for healthy intimate function at any age, but especially after 60, when natural nitric oxide production declines. But arginine isn't working alone. Eggs are rich in B vitamins, especially B2, B6, B9, and B12. These vitamins help break down homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, can damage blood vessels and increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. By helping to regulate homocysteine levels, B vitamins in eggs contribute to healthier, more resilient arteries. And there's another layer. The healthy fats in eggs, particularly omega-3s when you choose pasture-raised or omega-3 enriched eggs, have anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is a hidden driver behind stiff arteries, high blood pressure, and many age-related circulatory problems. By reducing inflammation, these fats help protect the lining of your blood vessels, allowing them to function more efficiently. I've had many patients who were on the verge of starting multiple medications for circulation issues. But after we adjusted their diet, introduced simple daily walking, and included eggs as part of their nutrition plan, their circulation markers improved. They reported having more energy, feeling warmer, sleeping better, and even noticing improvements in areas they hadn't expected, like intimacy and mental clarity. One patient I'll never forget was a gentleman in his late 60s who had been experiencing cold extremities and mild erectile dysfunction. We worked together on his diet, emphasizing nutrient-rich foods, including eggs several times per week. Over the course of months, his circulation improved so significantly that he no longer needed medication to manage his blood pressure. More importantly, he regained confidence, energy, and a stronger connection with his spouse. That is the quiet power of simple nutrition done right. For years, eggs were misunderstood. People were told to avoid them out of fear they might raise cholesterol. But we now know that dietary cholesterol has much less impact on blood cholesterol than previously thought for most individuals. The true dangers lie in highly processed, sugar-laden diets, not in natural, whole foods like eggs. When consumed wisely, eggs offer a unique blend of nutrients that support circulation at multiple levels. From relaxing blood vessels to reducing harmful homocysteine levels to calming inflammation. These benefits don't require extreme diets or expensive supplements, just consistent, mindful choices. The connection between circulation and intimacy after 60. When we talk about intimacy after 60, we often focus on hormones, desire, or emotional connection. And while those are all important, there's one factor that quietly underpins all of them: circulation. Without healthy blood flow, intimacy becomes physically difficult, emotionally frustrating, and often discouraging. And yet most people overlook this simple truth. Let me explain it clearly. For both men and women, arousal is directly linked to blood flow. In men, achieving and maintaining an erection depends entirely on the ability of blood vessels to dilate and allow blood to fill the chambers of the penis. If those vessels are stiff, narrowed, or blocked, function becomes compromised. In women, arousal also requires increased blood flow to the pelvic region, enhancing sensitivity, lubrication, and physical comfort. Poor circulation can dull sensation, reduce response, and even cause discomfort during intimacy. This is why so many couples over 60 begin to experience intimacy challenges, not because of lost desire or emotional disconnect, but simply because the body isn't delivering blood where it's needed. And that's where nutrition, including something as simple as eggs, becomes part of the solution. The arginine, B vitamins, choline, and healthy fats found in eggs work together to promote better vascular health. As blood flow improves, many patients report noticeable changes, not just physically, but emotionally. They feel more connected to their partners again. The frustration and avoidance that once crept into their relationships begin to fade. I recall a couple I worked with not long ago. Both in their early 70s, they came to me feeling embarrassed, frustrated, and convinced that intimacy was behind them. They'd quietly drifted apart, thinking it was simply part of aging. After thorough evaluation, it became clear that circulation was a major factor. We made specific adjustments: daily walking, weight management, stress reduction, and we incorporated nutrient-dense foods like eggs into their routine. Within months, their circulation improved, but more importantly, their confidence returned. Their relationship deepened, they laughed again, they reconnected. That's the part many medical professionals overlook. Intimacy isn't just physical, it's emotional, relational, and deeply tied to how you feel about yourself. When your body works better, your confidence rises. And when your confidence rises, intimacy often follows naturally. Many older adults assume they need medications, hormone therapies, or invasive treatments to address intimacy struggles. And while those may be necessary in certain cases, many others can experience profound improvement simply by supporting circulation through lifestyle and diet. Eggs are one small but powerful piece of that larger puzzle. What I want you to take away is this: intimacy after 60 is not a lost cause. With the right approach, including circulation-boosting foods like eggs, many couples rediscover a level of closeness they thought was gone forever. The science is clear. When you improve blood flow, you support not only physical intimacy, but also emotional connection, confidence, and quality of life. The right way to incorporate eggs into your diet. When I recommend adding eggs to my patients' diets, the question always follows: how many, how often, and how should I prepare them? The truth is, like any tool, eggs are most effective when used correctly. For most healthy adults over 60, consuming between 4 to 7 eggs per week can provide significant benefits without raising any health concerns. This amount delivers steady levels of protein, healthy fats, choline, and essential vitamins while avoiding excessive intake. But portion control is only part of the picture. The way you prepare your eggs can either protect or destroy many of their valuable nutrients. Let's start with cooking methods. The most beneficial way to prepare eggs is by minimizing high heat and excessive cooking time. Overcooking can damage sensitive nutrients like vitamin B12 and oxidize the healthy fats found in the yolk. That's why I often recommend soft-boiled, poached, or gently scrambled eggs cooked on low heat. These methods preserve the nutrient profile while still ensuring safety from harmful bacteria. I also advise pairing eggs with other circulation-friendly foods to maximize the benefits. For example, combining eggs with leafy greens like spinach or kale provides additional nitrates and antioxidants that support vascular health. Adding a few slices of avocado delivers heart-healthy monounsaturated fats and potassium, which help regulate blood pressure. Even drizzling a small amount of extra virgin olive oil provides powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Another strategy is timing. Many seniors find that consuming protein-rich meals earlier in the day helps stabilize energy levels, support metabolism, and avoid late-night digestive issues. A breakfast of poached eggs, sautéed greens, and a slice of whole-grain toast can fuel the body while supporting circulation throughout the day. Now, a word about quality. Not all eggs are created equal. Whenever possible, I advise choosing pasture-raised or omega-3 enriched eggs. Pasture-raised eggs tend to contain higher levels of vitamins A, E, and omega-3 fatty acids, thanks to the hen's natural diets. Omega-3 enriched eggs provide additional anti-inflammatory benefits, further supporting heart and vascular health. Of course, there are exceptions. Individuals with certain health conditions, such as advanced diabetes, severe heart disease, or genetic lipid disorders, should always consult with their physician before increasing egg consumption. What works wonderfully for most may need to be adjusted for specific cases. I often remind my patients, the goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Small, sustainable changes yield the best long-term results. Adding eggs into a balanced diet, combined with daily movement, stress management, and regular checkups, creates a strong foundation for both circulation and intimacy. One of my patients, a 74-year-old woman, once told me after 6 months of consistent dietary changes, "I didn't realize how much better I could feel until I started treating food as part of my medicine." Her energy improved, her circulation markers normalized, and her confidence returned. And all it took was steady, thoughtful choices, including the simple addition of eggs to her morning routine. This is the power of food, not as a quick fix, but as quiet, consistent support for your body's most vital functions. Common myths and warnings. Whenever I talk to my patients about incorporating eggs into their diet, I immediately see the concern in their eyes. Many of them grew up hearing the same warnings for decades. Eggs are bad for your heart. Eggs will clog your arteries. Eggs raise cholesterol. And for years, even some in the medical field reinforced those fears. But science has advanced, and it's time we separate myth from reality. Let's address the biggest misconception first. Eggs will raise your cholesterol dangerously. It's true that eggs contain cholesterol. A single large egg has about 186 milligrams of cholesterol, mostly in the yolk. But what most people don't realize is that dietary cholesterol, meaning the cholesterol you eat, has far less impact on blood cholesterol levels than previously thought for the vast majority of people. Your liver actually produces cholesterol every day. When you consume cholesterol from food, your liver compensates by producing less. For most healthy individuals, this balancing act keeps blood cholesterol levels stable. Multiple large-scale studies have confirmed this. In one comprehensive review published in the British Medical Journal, researchers analyzed data from over 300,000 participants. They found no significant link between moderate egg consumption and increased risk of heart disease or stroke. In fact, some studies suggest that eggs may actually raise HDL cholesterol, the good cholesterol, which helps remove harmful cholesterol from your arteries. Now, that doesn't mean everyone can eat unlimited eggs without consideration. About 20 to 30% of the population are what we call hyperresponders. In these individuals, dietary cholesterol may have a more noticeable impact on blood cholesterol levels. This is why regular blood work remains important, especially for those with existing heart disease, diabetes, or a strong family history of cholesterol disorders. The second myth I often hear is, eggs will clog your arteries. The real enemy of artery health is not dietary cholesterol. It's chronic inflammation, processed sugars, trans fats, and sedentary living. Processed foods, sugary beverages, and refined grains create an environment inside your blood vessels that promotes plaque buildup and stiffening of the arteries. Eggs, on the other hand, contain nutrients like choline, lutein, and zeaxanthin that actually support vascular health and reduce oxidative stress. One area where caution is warranted involves how the eggs are prepared. Frying eggs in processed vegetable oils, pairing them with processed meats like bacon or sausage, or adding large amounts of salt can turn a healthy food into a harmful one. The method of preparation matters deeply. I remind my patients, it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat it. And finally, we must recognize individual variation. If you're already living with uncontrolled diabetes, advanced cardiovascular disease, or certain metabolic conditions, any dietary change, including increasing eggs, should be discussed with your physician. Personalized care always comes first. But for the vast majority of seniors who are healthy or managing mild risk factors, moderate egg consumption offers far more benefits than risks. The science is clear, the data is consistent, and the outcomes I see in my own patients reinforce this truth every day. When used wisely, eggs are not the villains they were once made out to be. They are simple, affordable, nutrient-dense allies that can quietly support your health, your circulation, and your quality of life as you age. Elder wisdom, the lifestyle combo that works. Nutrition is powerful, but as any experienced physician and any wise elder will tell you, no single food, including eggs, can stand alone. Aging well, maintaining strong circulation, and preserving intimacy require a combination of simple, consistent habits that work together over time. I've worked with countless seniors who taught me this firsthand. They didn't rely on magic pills or extreme diets. They built daily routines that quietly protected their health year after year. And it's those small choices, repeated daily, that make the biggest difference. First, movement. Nothing supports circulation like regular, gentle physical activity. Walking, for example, is one of the most powerful tools we have. Even just 20 to 30 minutes a day can strengthen the heart, improve blood vessel flexibility, regulate blood pressure, and enhance nitric oxide production. Movement keeps your arteries elastic, your joints mobile, and your mood elevated. Second, managing stress. Chronic stress releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline that tighten blood vessels and raise blood pressure. Over time, this damages the delicate lining of your arteries and sabotages circulation. Practices like deep breathing, meditation, prayer, or simply sitting quietly in nature help to calm the nervous system, protect vascular health, and restore emotional balance. Third, emotional intimacy. After 60, many couples experience challenges not because of lost desire, but because they stop communicating openly. Honest conversations, shared vulnerability, and regular physical affection, even simple hand-holding, can rebuild emotional closeness. And emotional closeness often rekindles physical intimacy. As one of my patients wisely said, intimacy begins long before you enter the bedroom. Fourth, regular checkups. As we age, silent issues like high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, or cholesterol imbalances can quietly damage circulation long before symptoms appear. Annual visits with your healthcare provider, routine blood work, and early interventions can prevent minor issues from becoming major ones. And finally, nutrition as a foundation. Eggs, along with vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats, and whole grains, provide the raw materials your body needs to function optimally. When combined with lifestyle changes, these foods nourish your heart, brain, hormones, and intimate health naturally. I recently saw a couple in their mid-70s who had struggled for years with both circulation and intimacy. Instead of focusing on medications alone, we worked together on building daily habits, walking every morning, practicing stress reduction techniques, cooking simple, nutrient-rich meals, including eggs, and prioritizing open communication. Within 6 months, not only did their medical markers improve, but their relationship transformed. They felt younger, more connected, and full of life again. That is the quiet power of elder wisdom, not flashy, not instant, but steady, reliable, and deeply effective. You see, growing older does not mean surrendering your vitality. It means respecting your body, honoring your relationships, and making thoughtful choices every single day. The small things matter, and when combined, they build a strong, resilient foundation for circulation, intimacy, and a vibrant life well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. You see, growing older doesn't mean losing your strength, your energy, or your connection with your partner. It means being smarter, making simple choices every day that protect your circulation, your mind, and your relationships. Eggs are not a miracle, but when combined with the right habits, they become one piece of a powerful plan that supports your body in ways most people never realize. If you want to continue learning practical, science-backed ways to protect your health after 60, make sure you subscribe to Glowing Age. And if this video helped you today, please like it. That small action allows me to keep sharing these valuable lessons with more people who need them. Thank you for trusting me to be part of your journey.